In this video, I will guide you through the blueprint of an HTML document. I will create a very simple web page for a restaurant called Little Lemon. The great thing about HTML documents is that you don't need the web to view them. Yes, they don't have to be hosted on a web server for you to view them in your web browser. You can save HTML files on your computer and view them locally with your web browser, almost like eating takeaways at home. So by the end of this video, you'll be able to identify the structure of an HTML document and create a basic web page. To create an HTML file in Visual Studio Code, I right-click in the Explorer panel and select New File, name it index.html. By now, you know that HTML documents are made up of elements and tags. But before I can add elements or tags, I first need to create the standard HTML structure, which starts with the doc type declaration tag. This notifies the web browser that it is an HTML document. Next, I create the HTML tag, which is also known as the HTML root element. And inside the HTML tag, I add the two main elements, the head and the body elements. It's important to know that nothing inside the head element is displayed as a web page in the web browser. In the head section, you add information or metadata about the HTML document. It is not part of the content of the web page. For example, inside the head tag, you always create the title element. This is the title that is displayed in the web browser tab. I can also link to CSS files and define meta tags in the head section. Meta tags can, for instance, specify the description of the web page, keywords for search engines, and the author of the web page. Next up, I add the content of the web page inside the body tag. The body can contain elements such as headings, paragraphs, images, and videos. Okay, let me start by adding a main heading on the web page by using the h1 tag. Inside the h1 tag, I type the heading Our Menu. That's good. Now I need to start creating my menu. I want to add two items, so I add two subheadings. For this, I use the h2 tag. The menu items in the subheading are falafel and pasta salad. But first, I need to save the file by pressing the keys Ctrl and S, or if you're on a Mac, Command and S. Now I right-click on the index.html file in the Explorer panel and select Reveal in File Explorer. If you're not using the Windows operating system, this may be called Reveal in Finder or Reveal in File Browser. Now the file browser opens and lists the file. I double-click on the index.html file and it opens in the web browser. Great, it's all here. The title that displays in the browser tab matches the title that I added to the head section. And the content is displayed in the browser window. But it is still a bit empty. I go back to Visual Studio Code and add a short description for each dish. I do this by adding the paragraph tag below each subheading H2. Let's imagine a nice falafel. I type chickpea, herbs and spices. What goes in a pasta salad again? Lettuce, vegetables and mozzarella. Yummy. I save the file to update the changes and open it in my web browser again. There you go. Now the ingredients are also included in the menu. Some of the best websites are websites about food. Whenever you need some inspiration, search for food website ideas online. You'll be fascinated. Now that you know some basic HTML tags, try to identify where they were used in those websites. There are many HTML tags that you can use in your web pages, but you are now familiar with a few elementary ones, and I encourage you to start practicing with them. Best of luck.